Welcome to the Raise Your Energy podcast. My name is Lange and I'm your host and energy expert. Today I'm going to share with you how I created my vision board for this year. You can do this exercise at any time of the year, and if you currently don't have a vision for your future, I highly recommend you get yourself one. So, just follow the steps that I'm guiding you through in this episode. I'm going to share with you two concepts that are really important for us to create a powerful and meaningful vision board. So let's get started. So the first concept that is really important for you to understand better before you actually create your vision board is the difference between expectations and intentions. We want to live our life much more in alignment with our intentions, and I'm going to explain to you in a second what intentions actually are. But let's focus first of all on expectations. We are very much used to set expectations in our lives. They can be classified as well as goals. They could be dreams. They could be objectives at a workplace. And we are creating a lot of attachment to expectations. And that is where the problem comes from, when we are creating a lot of attachment to something turning out a certain way. Expectations are when we put a number to something, a very specific number, a time limit until when something should be happening, or when we are very narrow focused on one particular outcome. What happens is when we are creating these kind of expectations in our goals or in our objectives or in our dreams is that we are already creating a narrative of potentially or highly likely losing or missing out. Because what happens is if people have expectations and they are not exactly met of how they visualized it or how they expected it to be, then they will be disappointed. Let's say something doesn't come immediately into fruition, but maybe 1 or 2 months later. But quite often we are disappointed because it didn't happen exactly at the point where we expected it to be. But you see that it did happen just in another timeline, maybe actually at the right time in your life. Or we might setting ourselves up for kind of a disappointment again if we want to, for example, have this exact job in that exact department and in that exact team. But then we might actually end up getting another job that might even at the end be better than the one that we wanted, but we might still feel like we failed or we didn't meet our goals or expectations because we got a different job. So you see how expectations already set ourselves up for some kind of failure or disappointment or being not really satisfied with our efforts. That's why I want you to move away from expectations and rather move to intentions. Intentions are a lot more states of being that we're living. So they are some kind of guidance for us to go through our life. And the good thing about intentions is that we can actually put them into place straight away, as of today or even tomorrow. We can live by them. They are not something that we are aspiring to and which will just maybe happen in 6 months or 12 months. We can actually start working on our intentions and living in our intentions as of today. So how do we actually create intentions? You know, intentions is more a way of living, something that you can really do if you, for example, have currently a goal or a dream, something you want to achieve this year. You can ask yourself the question, why? And you might then therefore go a level deeper And whatever you find, you probably want to ask yourself one more time, why do you want that? What happens is that at the end, you want to come out at something quite inspiring. You probably come out at a feeling. For example, you would like to go on a holiday with your family, and it's going to be a big holiday, let's say 3 weeks in South Africa or Australia. And you could ask yourself, why do you want that? Well, I want to spend more time with my family. We have not done that in the last year so much, so I want to focus more on them and spend quality time together. Great. Why do you want to spend family time together? Well, I realized that we weren't as connected in the last 12 months, so I really want to build that connection again. Okay, great. That we're coming closer to that intention. So why do you want to create that connection? Well, because I want to give love and I feel more love in my life. There we are. We are now at the intention. And do you see that the intention of creating a better connection with your family, with your kids, with your partner, and having more love in your life is something that you can actually start today? You don't have to wait for that big family trip in Australia or South Africa. Of course, you can still aspire to that one and really wish for that experience, but you can already bring back that connection and that more love in your life as of today. So this is what an intention is. You want to go deeper. It's as well something that we can implement and experience more in the here and now. It's not something that we have to wait for a really long time. We are more experiencing it in the here and now. So that is the first concept. I want you to move away from setting really high and very detailed expectation and move over to building meaningful and valuable and emotional and inspirational intentions in your life that you can actually live by every single day. So that was concept number 1. So concept number 2 is about not being attached on the how when we're looking at our intentions, at our goals and our dreams. So let me explain to you what that means. You want to be very clear about what you would like in your life. What would you like to manifest? What would you like to experience this year? You can be as clear and detailed as you want, but it is not up to you to exactly figure out how and when this will come to fruition. The universe is so powerful, and if we give the universe a clear message about what we want to give it over, we want to hand it over to the universe to bring it to us in the best possible way. Now, let me ask you the question. Is it better that you figure out that one way of how you achieve it, or you give that over to the universe and choose the right path for you to achieve what you want to achieve? That way, you will be able to find new ways and new opportunities in your life. You see that you're opening your focus from a very narrow focus of just achieving the goal in one particular way to letting it open and be open for opportunities that show up in your life. You know, all of our knowledge, everything that we have available in our brain matter is based on what we have learned so far in our life and what we have experienced. That means that if we create something in our mind, we are building it from a finite set of information and data. We don't know everything that is in our life. There is actually no human being who knows everything and has everything already experienced. So you are limiting the path towards your goals and or how your dream can become reality if you're just trusting what you have learned so far in your life and what you have experienced so far in your life. Do you see that? So you want to unfold into the universe and give a higher intelligence a possibility of bring that dream or that goal or that objective much quicker to you. Maybe there is a shortcut that you would never ever think about. And the universe can bring that to you if you are not so focused on actually finding out how and exactly when you're going to achieve your dream. So it's really important for you, yes, to set your clear intentions, to figure out exactly what you want, and then focus on that. And we will talk in a minute on how you focus on that. But do not focus exactly on how you're going to get there or when you're going to get there. Of course, that doesn't mean that you're not taking any actions. Of course, you're taking actions. You're taking the best actions that you think you should be taking. But you're taking the actions one step at a time. Don't already plan all of the next 52 steps that you think you should be taking. Just focus on the next one, maybe the one afterwards, and take actions. Be in actions, because that gives us, well, a clear message to the universe that you are serious about this goal and about this dream. So that was concept number 2 that is really important for manifesting everything that you have put on that vision board. Don't be attached to the how and the when. Just set a clear goal, set a clear objective, set a clear dream of what you want to achieve, and then be open for the universe to serve it to you in the best possible way. Before you start planning your vision board and actually write down everything that you want to achieve in the next 12 months, I want you to ground, first of all. I want you to be in the present moment. And you can do that really nicely with a very quick and short breathing exercise, which I'm going to do with you now. So sit up straight wherever you are. Please, of course, don't do this and don't close your eyes when you're currently driving. Do this at a later stage when you're actually in a room, when you're really focused on creating your vision for the future. So sit up straight, close your eyes if you can, and put your left hand onto your heart space, so where your heart is. And I want you to become really present in this moment. I want you to be in the here and now. And I'm going to guide your breathing. And I want you to just focus on your breath and that you're in the here and now. I will count our breath to 3. And I will do that for 3 rounds. So let's get started. Breathe in 1, 2, 3. And breathe out 1, 2, 3. Breathe in 1, 2, 3. And breathe out 1, 2, 3. Breathe in 1, 2, 3. And breathe out 1, 2, 3. And keep breathing in this rhythm. And keep focusing on the here and now. Tell yourself that I am here now. Okay, and when you're ready, you just open your eyes again. Fantastic. We are now in the right place to get started with your vision board. The first step of creating your vision board is to come up with your intentions. We just talked about why it should be intentions. So I created my vision board first with intentions in mind. We talked already about how we get there. If we have any goals already, we can ask ourselves why and try to find the intention behind that goal, that objective, or that dream. If you don't have that yet, that's absolutely fine. Ask yourself, what kind of feeling do you want to feel more in the next 12 months? How do you want to spend your time, most of your time? I'm going to give you some examples. So my examples have actually been for this year to have more joy, more fun in my life. The second one is freedom. I want to feel more free on a daily basis. The third one is what I call genius or growth. I want to grow more and keep learning and becoming a master in my area of expertise. The fourth intention that I set myself is abundance. I want to feel more abundant in my life. The fifth one is self-realization. I want to become more clear about who I am and step into that role of myself that I really want to be. So these are my 5 intentions for the coming 12 months. A few other examples that you could come up with are, for example, love, feeling more loved and having more love in your life. You could have the intention on being more healthy and having a better well-being in your life. You could focus on having more happiness, create more happiness in your life. And the last example I have is living more in your purpose. So trying to find out your purpose, maybe you know already, and living more of your daily life in your purpose. So these are intentions that you could have for the next 12 months. So go ahead and write down all of the intentions that you have for yourself and for your life for the next 12 months. The second step in creating your vision board for the future is to add now 3D experiences to your vision board that are aligned with your intentions. And what do I mean by that? 3D experiences are experiences in this life, in this world. So what would you like to experience in the next 12 months that will be aligned to your intention? And please choose experiences that you are actually in control of. You want to be in control of creating these experiences. Please do not control anybody else. Do not focus on somebody else giving you something. We are just in control of what we can create. So please keep other people out of that creation process. And I want you to think big. Make some big statements here, some big experiences that you want to achieve. Don't play small in this part. Really go all out. And you can be very open focused with your 3D experiences, or you can be more detailed if that is really important to you. So let me give you a few examples of my own vision board. So I shared already with you that one of my intentions is more joy, more fun in my life. So one of the 3D experiences that supports that intention is flying. I had the wish for a couple of years that I wanted to learn how to glide. So this year I would really like to achieve that and get my license, so to say, to glide and jump off of mountains because that is fun for me. But I didn't narrow it down too much because I like other means of flying as well. So I kept it at the title flying. Another example for me when it comes to my intention of freedom is the 3D experience of traveling. When I travel, I feel so free and I get to experience so many amazing and freeing things. So my 3D experience of traveling supports my intention of freedom. And the last example that I have for you is on my intention of growth or genius. I set myself that goal, that 3D experience of stepping more out of my comfort zone, because I know if I step more out of my comfort zone, I grow quicker, I learn quicker. So I set myself that goal of stepping more out of my comfort zone to support my intention of growth. So I hope these examples of my 3D experiences that support my intentions for the next 12 months gave you enough food for thought for you to create your 3D experiences. So go ahead and write down the 3D experiences to your intentions for the next 12 months. And the third step to create your vision for the future is to check in if you have any other goals, if you have any other objectives, maybe something you had to create for work, or maybe something you're creating as part of being a family or together with your partner. Why I want you to review those as well is I want you to align them to your intentions, or minimum find a meaningful and inspirational intention behind all of your goals. If we're working towards something that has a purpose for us and is inspirational, we are going to stick with it longer, and we're actually probably have more juice to follow through on those actions to achieve that objective, instead of if we're just having objectives that don't really inspire us or giving us a lot of energy. Let's have a look at another example that I have for you when it comes to intention. So, for example, the goal would be to lose weight. So I would ask then the question, why do you want to lose weight? Well, because I want to feel more confident. Okay, that is great. You want to feel more confident. Why do you want to feel more confident? So the answer could be, well, I want to change my job and I want to have actually the job that I always wanted to have. This was my big dream, always. Fantastic. So why do you want that job? What will it give you? So the answer could be that this is your real purpose. You always felt it inside of you and you want to live your purpose. So there we are. We have a fantastic intention, living your purpose, being completely in your purpose of your life. Now, I would challenge you on that one then to say, can you just live in your purpose if you lose weight? I would say no. You can already live towards your purpose already today, already tomorrow. You don't have to lose that weight. That doesn't mean that you cannot keep focusing on losing that weight so you can increase your confidence even more. And of course, there are as well other ways for you to create more confidence inside of yourself. And hopefully this exercise has shown you that. So make sure that all of your goals, all of your objectives, everything you're working on this year is really backed up with some really good intention behind it. So it gives you the energy for you to actually achieve them as well. So these have been the 3 steps in creating your vision. First of all, finding out all of the intentions. How do you want to feel more of? How do you want to live your life in the near future or even today? And then secondly, add the 3D experiences that will support these intentions. So if you want to feel more love, what are the experiences that will help you to feel more love? For example, spending more time with your loved ones or with your friends. And then thirdly, make sure that all of your goals, all of your objectives, anything you're planning to achieve in the near future is aligned to your intentions. Now that you have everything ready, you can go ahead and create your vision board. And you have quite a few choices on how to do that. As you can see, I created a physical vision board on my wall. I found some pictures that are aligned with my 3D experiences. I put some words on them as well to make sure I know exactly what I mean by that. And then I went ahead, printed out, cut it out, and hung it up on my wall so I can see it every day. You can do that as well digitally. You can have it as a background on your computer or on your phone. You don't have to do it physically and print it out. I want you just to create one piece of vision board in your life. And I'm going to share with you in a minute why that is so important. What do we do once we created it? The other option you have as well is to create an audio, for example. So if you like to listen to things, you could record yourself just on your phone or on your computer talking about your intentions and your 3D experiences. Just create a little story around it, record it just a couple of minutes and listen to it every single day. And then the other option that you have is create a movie. A movie is very inspirational. You can underlie it with really nice music that creates amazing emotions inside of you. Of course, it's a little bit more work, but it is very powerful. So decide now on how you want to create your vision board. What version works best for you? And now we're going to talk about why it is so important to have minimum one vision board in your life. You want to create a daily routine around your vision board. The same as if you want to get fit, you don't just go to the gym once in the whole year and you think you're currently fit. If you want to lose weight, you don't just watch your nutrition on one day of the year. No, you have to do that on a regular basis. And the same is as well for your visions. You have to look at your vision board and at your visions and your intentions every single day. So repetition is key for you to actually manifest it and get the universe to support you to fulfill your vision and your dreams. The other thing that is really important is that you create the emotions that come with it. A vision board in itself is very good for visualization. You focus on creating that image. You're creating that story in your mind. And that is really important for your mind, but we have to take as well the body into this manifestation process. And that means creating the emotions and the feelings that come with your experience. So how do you feel when you have fulfilled your goal or your achievement, or once you're going through that experience that you've written down? How do you feel? What is that emotion? And every day when you look at your vision board, I want you to create that feeling inside of you and really create that holistic picture of having the visualization, the image, and the storyline in your mind, but as well giving your body a taste for the future before it actually happens. Okay? Great. And if you want more support as well in really bringing that vision to life inside of you, I created a free meditation that helps you to visualize and to create the elevated emotion to really powerfully manifest your goals. So I will link the meditation in the show notes or beneath the video for you to use it. Use it on a daily basis. Use it as much as you can on a weekly basis. The more you do it, the more you review your vision board, the more you go into the emotions of your future self, of your future vision, the more power you have behind it. So I hope you really enjoyed everything I told you today. And just go back to some of the steps if you don't completely remember them. Maybe rewatch the video once you're ready to go step by step through the process. I hope this is going to be the best year yet for you. Good luck with everything, and with that, I love you and leave you. Talk soon, and bye-bye.